Hey, Nam. What's up? Sawasadi. I think that's a greeting. Hi. How you doing? Yeah, just finished more or less the base model of my Wrathan Grunt here. Hey Kiro, what's up, man? Late mate. Oh, what's up? Not much. Finished this guy a while ago. The model anyway. The base model. I now gotta get to do the more intricate details. I'm currently looking to see hair tutorials. Just a quick one where I can just at least see the tool that people use and the way that they use it and see if I can mimic it in the right ways. Why all these gotta be like 44-minute tutorials? No armor? Oh no, there's gonna be armor. It's just, this is just like the base fleshy version, and then I'm gonna save this file as just like the body, and then I'm gonna make armored versions shortly after. This is just, you know, like no armor base off to build off of. This is how it looks. So there will be armor. It's just, this is just, like I said, this is what I'm going to be building off of. This particular model, the T-pose though, is not going to be a miniature. There's two variants of this. This T-pose heavy detail model here. The only difference between this and like the miniature design, or how you could tell, is designs I make for animation are going to have a T-pose or a Y-pose. That way when I rig them, I can make it the puppet strings and move them and animate them. For the miniatures, they're going to have a pose, like a predetermined pose, that I'm going to model all from start to finish into ZBrush. And armor and all, everything complete from start to finish in ZBrush. So, but this guy and everything I'm working on right now is for animation. I'm currently deciding. I'm more or less decided. I'm gonna put a poll up tomorrow. I could put it up right now, but my keyboard's vertical, so typing like that is weird. But I'm gonna announce that I'm working on an animation. It's gonna be akin to the 40K 9th edition cinematic trailer for, well, the tabletop game. For Warhammer 40K. My goal is to make something like that. I'm going to work on that in the next couple months or so. Hopefully walk away with a well-produced product and get more eyes on Warglaive. That way I can get more backing, more support, or at the very least, more awareness. Or actually, at the very, very least, I make hopefully an entertaining animation in itself that people like, and then hopefully that'll lead to people's growing interest in learning more about Warglaive. And again, getting more support, potentially producing more capital, all that stuff will hopefully come from that. So, that's where this model comes in, and any subsequent models I'm working on right this minute. Alright, so hair models. Actually, I should probably also check the fur. Why do people gotta have such loud intros? God damn. Oh, okay. Sorry. currently watching someone work on like fur for like miniatures and stuff. Don't you think that's a bit premature? I mean, a final product is still going to be months, if not years away from completion, if you get my meaning. Well, I get where you're coming from. The idea of the cinematic trailer is not that it's advertising the product to be sold right this minute. It's to grow support for the product. That way, because as it is right now, my channel only has 3,000 subscribers. And even if I got someone like Arch to advertise it, that's not too many people are going to bother looking into it word to mouth. And especially in the early production, I need as much support as I can possibly get. And as great as Nathan, Dragonis, Gavin, my current support base are, I really need to build an audience and get eyes on this. That way when I put up a Kickstarter, it's even worth putting up. Because right now, if I were to put up a Kickstarter right now for Warglaive, I would not have any support. Yeah, it's more of a teaser trailer. It's not like this is the product, go buy it right now. This is what I'm working on. This is what I would like you all to envision it to feel like in the vibe of the universe. Basically, I'm making my universe's version of a Star Tease. You know, that entryway piece of entertainment to get people to ask the question, what is this? And if they look into it a little bit more, see, you know, what it is I'm building here, when I actually build a Kickstarter, they see the Kickstarter, they're like, hey, I love that animation. I'm super stoked to see books come from this, comics come from this, miniatures, tabletop stuff. That the animation like that can potentially build that interest and that for the audience, and that's what I'm trying to do. It's it's the only real thing I think that's really gonna hook people properly and get more support, because unfortunately, as much as I would like a book like my first novelization of the universe to do that, it won't. Most people, unfortunately, are not book readers. And it's a sad truth, but it's a truth I know to be true. I mean, just from samples of other people's work out there. Even if you just look at Kickstarters as a whole, people who put up book Kickstarters get a fraction of the support that anything else, literally anything else gets. Comics get more support on Kickstarter, weirdly enough, even though quite a few people would technically get more enjoyment out of a book because it lasts longer. But I've seen very little support for just books and novels, which, you know, I get why that's that. You know, it's just the way of things. People are more and more so becoming visual audiences. They want to see something far more tangible, something far more modern, far more quality to really get them thinking or interested or hooked on something. And if this was like 1920s, a book would definitely be plausible to put up as like your main introductionary thing to a universe like 40K or to any kind of hobby. But in the modern age, there's so much competition alone for that. And and that's with a niche audience. So, as it is, an animation is almost a requirement at this point, if I really want anything to come of this. Warglaive is not going to get off the ground if I don't do something that gets eyes on it. And I will be damned if I let Nathan Dragonis's or Ball's or Gavin's money go to waste on this. Or yours or anybody else's who donates. I'll be damned if the project dies solely because I just can't afford to keep doing it. So, with what limited skill sets I have, I think putting together something like that, getting more people hooked and interested on the idea, is crucial at this point. It's my top priority. So that's what I'm focusing on. And, you know, it's... I get where you're coming from when you say, don't you think that's a bit premature? I get that the mindset you're in is that a cinematic trailer like that is to advertise an existing product. But you also got to think about it from a pre-marketing standpoint. As it is, I have barely anyone helping me out with this project. Both from a financial standpoint to a creation standpoint. Which is all financially related, unfortunately. So... I'm combating the pressure my own way, and hopefully it works out. But, do I think it's premature for selling minis? Yes. But is it premature for the purpose of the animation? Not at all. In fact, I should be hammering at it right this minute, and that's what I'm trying to do. Alright. Okay. Let's just skip it ahead of the tutorial a little bit. Damn. Doing fur like that would be a bitch. Hey, Darcilius, what's up, man? Alright, so that's for miniatures, though. Nothing much. Alright. Did your prom for this year? Nice. Did your date like it? Your first prom? Yeah. Don't mind me, I'm a bit of a cynic. Alright, so I think I know exactly how to do this. Alright. No, I had no one. Ah. Sorry to hear that, man. Oh. It's always the next time you get to go to a prom. Eh. And they're overrated as a whole anyway. Quick question, do you a guesstimate on how much your minis will be? Not gonna throw out guesstimates this early on, because if I say any number, if it's a completely different number down the road, everybody's gonna be pissed. And they'll be like, hey, you said this. It's like, yeah, I said that as a guess. But nobody cares that it was a guess. Nobody cares that it was an estimation. It's just not one of those things you should ever say before you have an idea. You caught up on My Hero Academia? I haven't. I'm still on season 1. I started season 2. I'm very early on. Classes at GW price hikes. Yeah, I probably won't charge that much. It's all stuff I'm gonna have to factor in: production cost, shipping costs, every aspect of the manufacturing cost, including the excess materials. Once I've calculated all that, I just need to go a little bit over the line just to make a slight profit, and then that'll be good. If I can do that, we'll be balling. Alright. Sure. How much longer to you unprivate? Well, they're not privated. They don't exist. The stuff that's on the Patreon, the reaction Patreon, is just extended. Is the extended reactions. The reactions that go up on the YouTube aren't privated. They don't exist yet. The extended reactions do exist, but you hear what I'm saying? Because the versions that YouTube gets are heavily edited down and are edited in a completely different style. They're not on there. They're not privated. It's not like I can click a button and they're done. I need to edit them together. separately from how I added together the extended reaction ones. And I am not in a rush to do that at the moment. I have my priorities. I'll get to that when it hits my priority list, which it's not currently on. Take your time. All right. Fiber mesh is weird. Alright, let me do a little bit of experimentation with it before I jump too far. So let's see where I'm at. Alright, so I haven't fucking fiber mesh almost ever, so this will be interesting. Thank you, Nathan, for the super chat, man. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah. I'm about to do some stuff with the fiber mesh. Actually, I wonder what it'll look like if I do this. Yeah. Oh, there was a talent show a few years ago, and the acting club won 4th place. Nice. What act beat yours? Oops. If you don't mind my asking. Actually, to be honest, I kind of forgot talent shows are still a thing. It always feels like they get shafted out of so much stuff. Talent shows are overrated anyways. Not saying that you shouldn't take pride in getting high finishes in them, but I just feel like people put way too much importance in them. I didn't even realize they were an important thing. And the last talent show, as far as I recall, I ever even knew about was in middle school. It was kind of a minor talent show, though. Hardly anybody showed up. Hey, what's up, man? Alright, I think that's it for spots I don't want any hair on. After Warborn stuff, you want me to do some T-pose straight in and side view drawings. Can't remember the technical term for further 3D concept art. It's just, I think, the term. Do further 3 models you want to get to? If so, what's the next model up? The next model up for 3D concept art, I'd like to get Helsings, since their design is more or less is actually at this point I think we finalized it. Their design is finalized, so I'd say Helsings. Jackals are also, well, their base unit and command units are finalized. We still got to finalize some specialty units like snipers. But once, you know, we go over that, they should be next up. Warborn units, we really need to get going on at least sketches past like the actual full concept art I'm having you work on next. After that, we're then going to move on to more general sketches. That way I can keep going on my end of the 3D stuff, and you can keep going at a steady pace as well. So, that would be up next. Been playing Pokemon Go for the last week, and I guess I walked around 113 kilometers. Hey, whatever gets you going, am I right? Alright, so... Alright. Oh shit, I think I had this backwards. I love hair. Yep. Fiber mesh, fiber mesh, fiber mesh. Woolly hyena. Fiber mesh is something I have not used in a long time. Look at all the parameters too. Yeah, just gotta play around with it. Ugh, fiber mesh, yeah. I might try and actually do the hair through the geometry, but I'm gonna see if I can make it look good with fiber mesh. If I can't, we'll have to do it the long, more annoying way, which I'm totally fine. It's starting to kind of look like skull crawlers from Kong. Yeah. So why does it do that? No, I don't want to do that. You want to just generate shit randomly. Okay, at this point, what the fuck? God damn it. Are you gonna watch the movies of my... I don't know, maybe. I used to hate fish hair, but then it grew on me. Get out. Alright. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna go the fiber mesh route because I don't know if we're gonna be able to. Damn. Alright, so fiber mesh is out, so I guess we're hard lining the hair. Oh, well and good as the pools. Yeah. Alright, so fiber mesh is out. Yes, this essentially does mean I have to sculpt every strand of fur on him. Because I'm not experienced enough with fiber mesh that I don't think I'll be able to make it look good. But there are shortcuts. Shivam Gaming, what's up, man? How are you doing? Oh, fiber mesh is a pain in the butt anyway. Alright. Alright, let me just look at some samples. Do I even have that brush? I am M-Kun. Yeah. Which software is this? I use Blender. Can you teach me Blender, sir? I don't use Blender. This is ZBrush. I'm not a fan of Blender. I never have been. I never mastered it, unfortunately. What is this animal? This is a anthropomorphic, well, attempted a hyena. The fur, which will really help sell the hyena aspect, is not going to come out for a little bit more until I can get this down. But, yep, as for teaching you Blender, unfortunately, the last time, first of all, even if I did go over a tutorial with you, what I knew of Blender is based on what I learned of it 7 years ago now? It's either 7 years ago or 6, something like that. I am from India, and you? America. No. That's it is. I can sculpt a furry, but it's a lot less interesting. Alright. So I don't even have the brush this guy's recommending. Who was what? He will move? Well, he's going to be animated, but that's much later. Right now I'm still finishing the model. Dark roller scene? Oh, somebody else's. When you're idled too long in ZBrush, it starts showing you like samples of other people's work. That was somebody who did a sculpt of no, not Margot Robbie. The actress who played Spider-Man's girlfriend in the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man movies. Someone sculpted her face, apparently. Yeah, it just shows other samples of other people's work. I don't know why it does it, since, you know, I already paid for ZBrush and it doesn't need to advertise things to me, but okay. So... Oh. Alright, so it looks like I can't do that. I'm still going freehand. This is going to take a while. And while I think about how I'm going to go about this. Okay. Think about it. I'm gonna double check all the basic geometry in my models, how I want it to be. I could use a little fixer-upper. To edit those feet. Here, acetone. No. You want to pour heavy doses of acetone on my minis, and they don't survive? Guess you gotta buy new ones. So I don't recommend it. Not be too dragged out to really do anything definitive. Okay. I think I have an idea. Gonna set the files for people to print them themselves as well. Yeah, as I wrote in the FAQ, that is gonna be hopefully one of the marketing aspects, is selling just one-time purchases of STLs. We can print off as many as they want if they have their own printers at home. Hopefully we can set that up. And for those who just don't want to go through the rigmarole of all the 3D printing stuff, they can buy box sets, hopefully from me. That's the current plan right now. If it changes, it changes. Don't hold it to me. Again, still pretty early on. For the most part. Alright. I'm calculating the smartest way to do this that won't cost me a shit ton of polys. Looks like a Freddy Freaker. I don't know what a Freddy Freaker is. Alright, I have an idea. Don't know if it'll work. That's too big. I'm gonna be here all century for doing like that. Right. In doubt, do not be afraid. this way. Gonna have to do another subdivision. Which is not what I want to have to do because I remember Polly's already in here, but in doubt, you got no choice. And the shadow held I feel me cry. Process. It's gonna take some time. what I'm gonna do to ease my suffering. I'm gonna save this guy off. And one more time. Alright. I pull up my references and I'm gonna work and add some armor. Otherwise I'm gonna lose my mind. So add some armor. If Incarnate was summon. Just working on a little project of yours. Nice. Just realized it doing symmetry on. Just a rank and file. Earth would take a good amount of time. You have no commentary at all? That's fine. Not much to talk about is all? Yeah, that's fine. Actually, I think I have an idea that might make this go faster. Oh, so we're gonna save this. that same stuff in Maya, because it'll be faster. All right. Switch monitors. Well. Still loading up. Yeah. Doing basic geometric shapes is a lot faster and easier to do in Maya than it is ZBrush. ZBrush is great for that photorealism. It's for that sculpting, the musculature, it's good for all that, but geometric armor, sharp edge stuff, basic geometry, you could probably do it, but I think for me personally, with how I've practiced, it's a lot faster if I just do it through here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to reopen up ZBrush on the tablet. I'm going to export our little Wrathan buddy. I can pull him up. And it'll be an asshole. Pull him up. I'm going to export him. OBJ works. Oh, it's still going. Don't be like that, Maya. Not this early in the morning. Alright. Yeah, that was weird. All of a sudden, my file system just went. So I'm out of here, I quit. It's like, well, you're not allowed to. I don't know. Ah, come on, don't take that long to import in an OBJ. oh so fun part about stuff. Loading. Out of curiosity, which art styles do you have experience with? I see you do 3D modeling and some traditional 2D on the art you have shared before on stream. Well, I suck at 2D art for the most part. I'm somewhat above average with like paper sketching, actual like digital stuff. I don't know what it is about I don't know what it is about drawing something on a tablet in a digital platform versus drawing something on paper that just something's lost for me. I just somehow I go from being a high school level sketcher artist to being a 5th grade artist on a digital tablet. I don't know, I've never been good at it. As for 3D, I've had a variety experience with different styles, air quotes, mostly technical stuff. I'm gonna have to repeat yay. Yay about what? But as for like art styles, I'm not sure what you mean. I just have my way of modeling stuff, designing stuff, molding stuff. I'd say I technically have experience with photorealism. I technically have experience working with cartoony designs. I've got a little bit of practice in a lot of different stuff. I'd say I don't have anything specified for 3D as a talent. It's just, if you need me to do it, I could probably do it. But for 2D art, not photorealistic, typically. And I can draw someone's face, I think generally close to how they appear, but it's not like one for one ever. I'm not instinctively a photorealistic artist most of the time, not with 2D stuff. So that's kind of like my limiter. Okay, come on. Alright, so it looks like Maya's shit in the bed. Ugh. Right. Let's restart Maya, try that again. Apologies for the technical difficulties. 3D software is usually the most temperamental. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, ASCII art, I don't have any practice in. I've tried it a couple times. Can't wrap my head around it, but, I don't know. Like I said, I'd say I don't have a specific style. I've learned. It's just not how I've done it as an artist. As an artist, I just draw what I feel like, and if it is of a style, then it's of that style. But it's not like I sat down and like, hey, this is exactly how this style is typically drawn. I can practice it and mimic it point blank for anything I want to. I've never really done that, not for 2D drawings. So, like I said, 2D drawing is at best a hobby for me. For 3D, like I said, if you want it done in 3D, I can more or less do it most of the time. It depends on just how it really, the more photorealistic you want it, the less likely I am to do it. But up to that point, I can pretty much do anything 3D wise you need me to do. Except rigging. I suck at rigging, but that's not an art style. It's an art form, but it's a technical art. I don't know why it's taking this long to load. It's not that big of a file. If ZBrush can load it up in like a minute, Maya should be able to load it up like that. I'll wait here for a second, and if it doesn't load, I'll force close Maya again and open up ZBrush and see if there's something about the export from ZBrush that went wrong. Unfortunately, this isn't the perfect process. It's not smooth as butter. Unfortunately. Come on, Maya, just load the damn... Nah, if it was a hardware issue, I'd see it. It's not. Maya just doesn't want to load it. Couldn't tell you why.